Hello basketball coaches and basketball players, my name is Basketball Coach Allen, and today on this channel I'm going to give you some box basketball plays that you can use against the 2-3 zone defense. Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Alan from Allen's Basketball Training. If you're new to this channel, on this channel I show you basketball plays, drills, and skills. So if you like that stuff, hit that like button, subscribe. Today, however, I am going to give you some box basketball plays against the 2-3 zone defense. Something of a side note, thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Go check out the link in the description if you would like to help me out. But anyways, basically today, the box basketball offense is very simple. It's usually an offense that you would run with either a not so skilled or experienced team or a young team. Now, there's always those opponents who are going to be running a zone defense, so this is why I thought I would give you this offense to run. So let's get down to the clipboard and let's check these out. So in this first play, obviously red is playing defense. They're probably going to be double teaming up top. That's generally what the 2-3 zone will do. The bottom three players will move up. And what we're going to do here is have player 4 set a screen for player 3, and player 3 blue is going to pop up and set a screen for player 2 red. Player 5 is going to cut across the key out to the free throw line extended. That's where player 1 is going to pass player 5 the ball. He could even take a dribble or two out to the side to get a clear lane to pass to him. Now he could take that shot. That is an option. But now what we're going to be looking at doing is having player 4 cut down towards the low post on the opposite side. That's going to bring player 3 and 2 over, and we're going to then have player 2 blue in this corner popping out to this either low block or out to this wing. The idea behind popping out to the wing, in the post, if he's open, definitely hit him up. If player 4 screened for him, he came across, hit him up for a pass, it's going to be a layup. But if that's not open, if player 4 couldn't screen player 5 good enough, player 2 is going to pop out to the wing. Player 5 is going to pass the ball to player 2, and we're going to have player 5 cut towards the rim. Now, meanwhile, player 1 and 3 are going to be clearing out to the other side. The idea behind this one now is because player 2 is going to pass player 5 blue the ball, that's going to then collapse player 5 over to guard player 5 blue. Now, if player 4 blue can seal player 4 red, we now have either a layup from player 5 if he didn't come over to play defense, or we could have a layup from player 4 as well. So now in our next play, what we're going to have is player 4 and 5 setting a screen for these two players. Player 3 blue is going to pop up towards the high post. Player 1 is going to pass him the ball, and now we're going to have one of two things happen. Personally, I like to have player 5 blue pop back up towards this corner and have player 4 roll off of this screen as a screen and roll, because now player 3 could pass player 4 the ball for the layup, unless player 5 red went down to play defense on player 4. Player 3 red is going to try and cut off, but if player 2 is able to seal player 3, again, this is going to be very, very close game, or very close in scrimmage, but it could be a pass to player 2 for the layup as well. These players could also pop out towards the three-point line to give your lower post players some space. At the older age, they should pop out. At the younger age, it's not so much needed because they are really small players. But when they're older, when they're bigger, have these two players up top pop out. Now our next play is a very fun one where we're going to have, we used to call this go green, but we used to run it a bit different, but we would call this go green when I was a coach, not as a player. And basically, double screen up top. Player 1 is going to decide which side to go or which side to roll and use. That's going to be a screen and roll, so player 5 is going to roll towards the basket. Now, this is going to be collapsing the defense because they obviously a 2-3 zone defense wants to stop everything from going into the key. We're going to have player 3 blue pop out. Player 4 is going to pop out. We're also going to have player 2 pop out. The idea behind this is collapsing the defense so that now we might have options on the outside of the perimeter, and our main option here is player 2. Somewhere in the mid-range or three-point line area, he can get a shot off. Player 5 can pass him the ball for that shot. Another option is also player 3 blue cutting baseline, depending on how far player 4 red is playing up, he could have an open lane to go towards baseline as well. At this point, it comes down to player 5's pass fakes. He could fake out to there and pass to player 3. There's an option there. But remember to always teach your players how to pass. Look for the open areas to pass through. And now, one of my favorite plays to run. We have player 5 setting a screen down, player 2 setting a screen on player 5 red. We're going to then have player 3 using both of those screens, player 1 dribbling over to this side of the court, passing player 3 the ball. Player 4 needs to go in for that rebound. Player 2 needs to rebound as well. And what's going to happen is player 3 is going to take that shot from the 3-point line, or at least maybe a foot inside, depending on where player 3 red is, well, defending and gets screened. He could take it anywhere in this area. Now, I hope that these plays help your team. If they do, let us know in the description, not in the description, in the comments below. And also, let us know what you think, or if you have any questions about really anything. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another daily basketball video.